Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing good today. We're back on Way of the Hunter. We're going to continue watching deer grow. And then taking them out when we think they've hit their prime. Because that was actually really cool to do that in today's video. My gosh, that was some of the most fun I've had in this game so far. We're going to find a few bucks that we think have some potential, and we're going to watch them grow and then take them out when we think they've reached their prime. Hey, Graham, I'm doing good. Hey, Reformed, Caber, Naruto, Raid, Brady, Norwegian Hunter, Wizardry, Miles, Mr. Squirrel, Chris, Myro, CJO, JJ, Hunter Webb. How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing today? Now the question is, what are we going to start with? What rifles are we going to start? Hey, Sif, how's it going, man? The coffee's pretty good. I have made a mocha today. Made a mocha with some peppermint creamer in it. Oof, it's so good. Hopefully it doesn't get cold by the time I finish it. Okay, so I want to use something a little bit different today because we haven't got a good chance to look at it. So this is the other version of the Scarecrow Hunter. This is the Scarecrow Hunter 1 instead of the 2. The 2 is in 7mm mod 8. Even though this one says that it's 7mm mod 8, if you actually use it, it will say 243. So this is actually a 243. There isn't two 7mm mod 8s in the game. There's actually two 243s. The Pro Hunter and then the Remington 783 as well. That's what we're going to use today because this gun is actually very beautiful. I love the kind of like laminate furniture on it. Looks really good. There is no 30-06, unfortunately. Sadly, there is no 30-06. Let's start with the time reset. We've got that one adult buck from today's video that we're really paying attention to. And I want to see if he has grown anymore. As that guy was an absolute beast at a young age. Hopefully he'll be a giant now. There is no bows, Samuel, but they have said that there's a possibility they'll add them in the future. Just on launch, it's rifles, but you might see bows at some point. Let's go check that nice adult buck and see if it's become anything even larger. I got a feeling it's going to be at least a 3-star mature at some point. Maybe even a 4-star. There's going to be a 5-star buck today? I hope so, Wizardry. I think we learned from today's video that they're definitely not guaranteed to reach 5 stars, even if they're big at a young age. And I think that's the whole, like, a dying system coming into play, right? Like, you never know. A buck could die younger than a different buck, even if it's got, like, a crazy big rack and good genetics. You never know when one could die off early, so at least we learned that today, that just because it's a giant at a young age doesn't mean it'll live long enough to become a 5-star. And honestly, I think that's going to be great because then you can't just farm 5 stars constantly. Like, there actually is still risk involved even with a good genetics deer. Which is great. If you shoot them in the head, Levi, you actually cannot sell it or taxidermy it. So they've kind of made it so that headshots are not a viable thing at all. Do they have muzzleloaders? No, they don't. They've got shotguns and rifles at launch, but plan to add more stuff in the future. I'm not sure, Bob. They have not talked about it. Hey, Aether, how's it going? Yeah, no problem, Levi. Do you like the trophy system? I do. I think it's done pretty well. Obviously, it's not, like, perfectly true to life, but it's good enough. Like, I like the whole, like, hybrid system where it's a universal scoring system across all animals because it does make it so that there's less confusion for people that may not be familiar with each of the species' IRL scoring types. I can see why they would do that. There's our 2-star adult. I see he is still a 2-star adult, unless that's one of the young ones that has grown. That's a 2-star adult as well. Oh no, that's a 1-star young. I guess he crossed in front of the 2-star adult. Yeah, exactly, Blake. Like, I love that. I love the whole risk versus reward factor of the game where it's not 100% safe to let a big male grow even bigger. You never know when he could just die. And that's really going to give lots of decisions where it's like, okay, he's become a 4-star. Do I take him or do I risk him dying before he goes to a 5-star? And that, to me, is the best part of this game. And that's really going to keep the replayability factor very high. Oh, 10 a.m. PST. Okay. Awesome, Civ. Honestly, that's perfect because that's my stream time anyway. Just convert it to whatever your time is, D'Uncle. It's 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, apparently, so just put in Google, like, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to whatever your local time is, and it will convert it for you. That way you can see exactly when it will come out. Hey, Paul, how's it going? Oh, obviously, Peyton. I've said it almost every single stream now that I will still play Call of the Wild. In fact, I am still playing Call of the Wild. I'm hunting red deer every day still. 23 hours. Okay, nice, Paul. Nice. How long is the stream going to be today? The typical 3 to 4 hours, probably. $8 p.m. in Finland? Gotcha. Okay, so that's quite a time difference then. Now, let's see where all the deer are. Oh, the muleys are on that side this time. And there's the herd that our giant was in. So sad we never got to take him out. We've got that 2-star adult buck in here that I'm really watching. This guy could be something huge at some point. 457, Johnny. Way too many red deer diamonds. I think I'm slightly addicted to red deer hunting in Call of the Wild. There was a 3-star mature mule deer that I was looking at last night. I'm curious if he will be a 4-star yet. He was looking really old, so I don't know. Graham, thank you for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Hope you've been having an amazing day. You think the game's worth $40? Definitely, Morphe. This is the most detailed hunting game I've ever played. Though it will greatly depend on if you like a slow-paced realistic game or if you want a faster-paced game like Call of the Wild. No, Robin. They actually unintentionally fixed that bug. Apparently it wasn't an intended fix, but they somehow accidentally fixed it. Oh, nice, CJO. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. I actually heard about that as well. Somebody was telling me. What time is it out? 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Duck. So, whenever I start my stream tomorrow, that's when the release is for, Way of the Hunter. Have any of these bucks become anything? No, they're still all 1-star young, so we got time probably to wait for them to grow. The 1-star young. That's a 1-star young as well. Where's our 2-star adult? Well, that's him right there. Oh, you can definitely see which is the 2-star adult. This is the guy from the video. I'm going to see if I can get close enough to zoom in with the photo mode so that you guys can see him up close and get a good look at his rack so we can watch it change as he ages. Because if you guys watch the video from today, you will definitely notice that his rack changed without his rating or age going up. He stayed as an adult 2-star, but his antlers actually changed, which I'm assuming that means that he progressed a year in age. Since for whitetail, each of those age ranges has like a few years in it. Let's see. Yeah, for whitetail, adult is age 3 to 5. So that means that he probably aged from like 3 to 4 or 4 to 5 there. Which means he's still got quite a bit of growing to do. Let's see if we can actually see him now. I think we're still too far away. Yeah, the camera really doesn't go too far out. We need to get closer so we can look at his antlers and kind of get an idea of what the rack looks like. How can you tell it's the same deer? Because it's the same herd, Mr. Heineken. I've been keeping tabs on this herd right here. Bram, thank you for the super chat again, dude. Really appreciate it. Have to go. Come back. Have a good day. All right, man. No worries. Thank you for dropping in. We got a calm mule deer. Total number of species on the map? I think it's over 10. I don't remember the exact number, though. We can check, though. I believe it should be able to be pretty easy to figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's 13 on this reserve. Akio, that is the hunter sense. I just have to hit a key and it turns it off. The hunter sense is how you see calls. It's how you spot animals, because if I turn hunter sense off, all spotting info goes away. How do I feel about the colors? I haven't really used them much because, you have to use them a bit to unlock the, I guess, useful modes on them, because each color has anywhere from 1 to 3 different settings, and each of them attracts different, different animals, like different levels of animals. Like if you go with a, we get close to him now? Yeah, we can. That's good enough. You see that buck right in the middle of the screen? That's the one that we're watching. This guy right here has already grown in size once as an adult. I think that, I think this guy could definitely be at least a 4-star when he finally grows up to the mature stage. There is no cooldown for the hunter sense. You can use it as much as you want, because it's actually very vital in finding any of the tracks at all. Because it's so difficult to get close to animals, and it's so difficult to see any of the signs, that's why the hunter sense has no cooldown. If you don't like hunter sense, though, you can play on the hardest difficulty, and it's not even an option for you. This is one of the young bucks right here. Yeah, it's great, Civ. I love it. Oh. Oh, did you hear that call? That one buck just let out a grunt. He's doing it again. That is awesome. Me too, Bronze Corner. It's great. But yeah, this buck in the back there, that's the one we're watching. He's a 2-star adult. I mean, he's already a pretty nice 5x5. This little guy is actually walking right towards us. Gosh, I love how much detail they put into these animals. You should shoot a smaller one. I'm not going to because they're all young. If there was a low-level mature here, I'd take it down, but all of these are young deer. Sure, Samuel, go for it. Oh, look at that. Now that's a screenshot. Okay, I need to screenshot this guy, though. This guy is the one we're keeping tabs on, so I need to screenshot him so we know what his rack looks like. He actually might be slightly uneven. Thank you, Thievish Nut. I appreciate that, dude. I'm glad you enjoy. Wow, this is so cool. Alright, I got a few good pics of that buck. Yeah, it's a good buck. I cannot wait to see what he goes, or what he grows to. How are they not spooking? Oh, we're in photo mode at the moment to get a close look at this deer so we can memorize what his rack looks like. And also get some pictures because I need some more pictures for thumbnails and stuff. They might spook soon though, as they are getting kind of close to us. That is amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this. This is definitely the youngest buck here. This guy's definitely younger than the rest. I wish I could get closer to this one. I mean, I could zoom in a little more. Whoa. Now we're ultra close. Alright, I think we got a good enough look at this guy. We kind of got an idea of what he looks like and what we need to look for. Let's continue going down the river. Oh yeah, we could name the buck. Oh, okay, that's the 3-star mature I was looking for. When did these guys get here? Let's take him down. That's actually the one I wanted to get down. Oh gosh, what is that guy? That is the wonkiest rack I've seen yet, actually. Kinda wish I had taken him down, not gonna lie. I also need to change my scope mode. I have it set to toggle for thumbnails. I need it back to hold. There we go. But how you doing, Holla? Hopefully you've been doing good. I know, right, Silent Gamer? For sure, man. Honestly, the fact that they've done such an accurate representation of all these deer species is pretty incredible, man. Like, I'm impressed. It is, Carlos. It's great. I love it. What's the difference between Standard and Elite Edition? So, Standard Edition is just the game. Elite Edition will also get you the Season Pass, as well as some, like, special skins for some of the existing weapons. But the pre-order bonus that you get with the Elite Edition... Or not the pre-order bonus, the Season Pass that you get with the Elite Edition gives you access to the next 2 maps that get released within the next 12 months. And so, I think for the extra $10, it's definitely worth it at this point. Since we've seen the game quite a bit and we know that it's an amazing game, personally, I think the Elite Edition is very worth it, considering you get 2 extra maps once they release. There he is. This is that 3-star buck. Shauna, thank you so much for becoming a member, and Thievish Nut, thank you for becoming a member as well. Enjoy the green name and chat, special badge icon, all the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access private Discord channels once you link Discord to YouTube, and access to my scrap content on the channel. Really appreciate it. Ah, we were just barely too high for the heart. Look at that. Wow, we missed the heart by just a tiny bit. Neck shots are fine, Tristan. You can do neck shots in the game. I've done a couple neck shots with the 223 actually, and they did very well. So yes, neck shots are a viable thing to try, provided you're, provided you trust your aim enough. Then yeah, neck shots are fine. Yes, James. Each of the maps will actually include new weapons as well, and new gear like collars. Yeah, Tom, it releases tomorrow. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So the second my stream starts tomorrow, that's when the game is released to everybody. Alright guys, it's time to play the game of, coffee is now lukewarm. Drink it before it gets cold. Lukewarm coffee is still mediocre, but might as well chug it before it gets ice cold, since I always forget. I mean, it's just a thing with me. I can never remember to drink my coffee. I know, Silent Gamer, cold coffee is the worst. I mean, if it's iced coffee, that's fine, because it's meant to be cold, but if it's warm coffee that just got cold from being out, ugh. Oh gosh. Hate it. Sadly, no, John. It's just on current generation consoles, so the Xbox Series S and X, and the PlayStation 5, along with PC. Yeah, I saw that, Ben. I heard about that. Drinking iced coffee? Nice, Jake. Yeah, regular iced coffee's great. I just don't like it when my hot coffee gets cold. Yeah, Casper, you can die from fall damage. And it's very painful. How long does it take for an animal to grow? I'm actually not sure yet. It's been kind of difficult to pinpoint it. Oh, that's unfortunate, Colton. I'll be streaming quite a bit tomorrow, though, so you might get to catch some of it. Oh yeah, I saw that, Civ. It's very interesting. So basically, yeah, if you've died a certain amount of times, you can get a perk that makes you take less fall damage, I believe, or you get more health. One of the two. I don't remember which one, but it's one of those. Which is kind of cool. Definitely, Fat Bass, definitely. You had 400 subs in 2 days. Good job. Thank you, man. I've been pretty shocked at the growth. It's been insane. We're definitely going to hit 62k today, guys, which is insane to think about, considering we just hit 60k recently. I honestly cannot thank you guys enough for the insane support on the channel. It's been crazy to witness. Now, I believe there's a mule deer herd up here. If we're lucky, we might be able to catch them. Definitely, Silent Gamer. I could see this definitely having some awesome DLCs. Especially when we get new reserves. Do it, Sam. Do it. I know, Johnny. I've already seen a lot of people buying it, not realizing that it's not on Xbox One. Because the Microsoft Store, they don't tell you, or they don't filter out games that aren't compatible on your system, so there's a lot of people that think it's available on Xbox One when it's not. And so then they've bought it, but don't realize that it says not compatible, which is very unfortunate. Microsoft really needs to think about how they set things up. How close are we to 62k? We are currently 32 away. 32 away from 62,000. Absolutely insane, man. And also, today's video is so far the best performing Way of the Hunter video that I've posted, which is also amazing. I can't believe that. I'm happy that you guys have been enjoying the Way of the Hunter content, because this has been, I think, the most fun I've ever had making videos and streams. This game is honestly just the type of game that was made for me, you know? This is the type of game that I love when it comes to the hunting games. It definitely fits my playstyle a little bit more than Call of the Wild, though I still love Call of the Wild, and I'm still going to play tons of Call of the Wild. Refresh the stream, Bandit Bros. It's a YouTube issue. Oh, got you, Jake. So I guess in that case, some people just aren't being, they're just not paying attention enough. Gotcha, okay. Well, yeah, Blue Lee, but I'm talking about of the actual content. That was just a trailer review. Of the early access footage, today's video is the one that's done the best. And I'm happy about it because it took the most effort to make as well. Because not only did we get all the footage from the stream, but then I also had to watch them grow throughout the day after that. Oh yeah, this game definitely fits DD, for sure. Got any deer up here? I know for a fact there's some mule deer that sometimes drink further down here. Let's see. That's the whitetail zone. Yeah, there's a mule deer zone this way. We're currently looking for some whitetail and mule deer, Funky Fisherman. We're gonna try and keep track of specific bucks in the herds and watch them grow and then eventually take them out when they become giants. So right now we're kind of just scouting the area, seeing what our deer are looking like and trying to figure out which ones we want to keep alive and watch them grow. Yeah, we did some duck hunting, was it yesterday or the day before? I think it was the day before we did some duck hunting. It was one of those days at least. And it's pretty fun. It's not as realistic, but it is pretty fun still. How long is the stream? It's going to be roughly 3 to 4 hours, Brody. Which is about the same as always. I haven't yet, Brian. But then again, I haven't got too close to any of the predators yet, so I might get attacked at some point. We'll have to play around a little bit more. See if we can get close to any of them. I always end up spooking the bears and the wolves before I can get close, so I don't think they attack. I saw something pop up for a second. What was it? We've definitely got deer up here because I saw the spotting info pop up briefly. But where are they? How far up into the trees are they? What's better, Call of the Wild or Way of the Hunter? I mean, I think it's going to really depend on what type of a game you enjoy more. I don't think so, Robin. Considering it is just releasing tomorrow, I don't think it'll be on sale for at least a month or two. Yeah, definitely, Johnny. Definitely. And I think both Call of the Wild and this game have insane replayability. Call of the Wild has insane replayability because of great ones, diamonds, super rares, rares. This game has crazy replayability because of the genetics system and the fact that you can watch the deer grow and, like, the genetics that you keep and take out affect what the overall size of the animals are on your reserve. Like, that type of stuff adds insane replayability. And there is rare fur types in Way of the Hunter, but they're actually, like, properly rare. They're not easier to find, like in Call of the Wild, where, you know, you might find one every few hundred kills if you're grinding, or you might find one in multiplayer every day. Here in Way of the Hunter, rares are so difficult to the point where nobody has killed a rare as of now, except for the mission ones. And no, that's a bug, Welsh. That's a bug. It is releasing tomorrow, I promise you. Yeah, John, you actually don't get full rating for a 338 versus a moose. I believe it got a 4-star hunt rating, which makes me think the 338 is like really meant for long range. which would make sense, but you can obviously still use it. You just have to accept that there's going to be a 1-star loss on the hunt rating. You think they'll add Africa? I could definitely see that. And I hope they do. I could definitely see them adding Africa in at some point. Okay, this is where mule deer were drinking at one point, but they're not here today. I actually haven't gone all the way down this river before, so... Well, I guess I did, but I didn't see any animals down here. Yeah, Sam, it loses a little bit of money. And then you also, like, the hunt rating will show in your trophy lodge if you look at the animal, I believe. Or actually, no, it won't. It just shows in the harvest screen. So yeah, I think it is pretty much just money loss. Okay, there we go. There's our mule deer. 2-star mature. 1-star adult. Hey, Bubbles. How you doing, man? I don't think I did, Samuel. I think eventually Phantom Gamer. I think the one that's currently in there is probably just temporary until they can change it to make it better. The Way of the Hunter is $39.99, Carlos. Anything good yet? Yeah, we got a 3-star mule deer. Today we're kind of watching some of our younger bucks that are relatively large for their age and seeing what we can grow them into. So we're spending quite a few, or quite a bit of our stream today focusing on like specific herds and just seeing what we can manage to get out of them. How does buying ammo work in Way of the Hunter? So you don't actually buy ammo. What you do is you go to your storage, and when you open up the storage, it replenishes the ammo for whatever guns you have equipped. It should be available tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Steez, and you can convert that to your local time on Google. Is the game well optimized? It's somewhat well optimized. I mean, I'm streaming currently and I'm getting 75 FPS on high to very high settings. Avidya, you say that every stream. At some point you gotta give it up. I'm not gonna stop playing just because you get bored with a game that isn't called the Wild. Get that kind of negativity out of here. If you don't like it, don't watch. I don't know why you keep coming back if you're not enjoying it. When is the Angler coming out? The 31st of this month. So like a little over 2 weeks, actually. I know, Wizardry. It makes no sense. Yeah, Spence, it's going to be interesting to see how this game performs at 4K. Can you do a vid on the Angler? I will once it releases, Brody. Do you think the Angler will be decent? I think it will. I feel like it will be the best fishing game that's ever been made, strictly because of the open world aspect of it. And also because, like, the stuff that they have shown, they showed a little gif of one of the fish fight animations, and it actually looks probably the most realistic fish fighting mechanics I've ever seen in a fishing game, so I've got high hopes for the Angler. And, like, at this point, I don't think the Angler will be as buggy as Call of the Wild, because they've had a lot of time to kind of get used to the engine. Call of the Wild was the very first game they made on the Apex engine, and I think because of that, the game ended up getting almost the status as being kind of like an experiment of sorts, because it was the first game they made on the Apex engine. And I think that's why Call of the Wild's coding is so borked and also just has so many bugs and issues. Because Generation Zero was made a few years after on the exact same engine, and it's way less buggy and runs much more smooth. yet the world is same size, maybe even bigger than Call of the Wild's maps. I think the Angler will be much better because it is quite a few years after the Apex engine was released, and they've developed a few games on it at this point, so I got a feeling it'll actually be very solid. FSU Craven, welcome back, man. Welcome back. Thank you for renewing your membership there. Hope you've been doing good. Not sure, Flash. They haven't really talked about it. Need to add waterfowl DLCs and add decoys, collars, and wood ducks. That would be awesome, Elite. Hoping to see that myself as well. Especially wood ducks. That would be so cool. I don't know why we haven't had a hunting game that's had wood ducks. Oh, really, Ben? That is strange. I'm able to. You should be able to. The blur is the hunter sense. The blur is the hunter sense. This basically allows you to see spotting information. It highlights tracks in the immediate area, and it also gives you an idea of where your bullet's gonna hit based on the wind direction and the distance. So that's what the blur is. Like, if I'm not using hunter sense, I don't get any information about like what I'm looking at or any highlights for tracks. And then you turn this on, and it's a way of squinting, I guess. Thank you for that, Johnny. Ooh, there's Whitetail. So this herd has grown a 5-star in the past. We killed a 5-star a few streams ago from this herd right here. So we know that this herd can produce some giants. Question is, will it produce any more giants? We're definitely at a part where a lot of our herds have very young animals in them. Yeah, there's nothing huge in this herd this time. They still need quite a bit of time to grow, I imagine. That's a 2-star adult. We gotta keep our eye on that guy. If any of them are going to be big, it's gonna be him. Oh, and also to answer one of the other questions, Royal, no, it's not gonna be on last-gen consoles. It's gonna be current-gen only. So Xbox Series S and X, and then PlayStation 5 as well. Alright, so what do we do here, guys? Should we take down one of the 1-star adults and leave the 2-star adult? The problem is, since they're not at the mature stage yet, I don't know what the genetics are like. They could just barely be in the adult stage. And maybe that's why they're 1-stars. I do think we should let them grow. There's definitely more herds for us to check. No, Nate. They're not going to be on Xbox One X or S. It's Xbox Series S or Series X, not Xbox One X. FSU Craven, thank you for the super chat, dude. Could be better. Hope you're doing well. Pre-ordered Way of the Hunter 4 days ago. Easily going to be my all-time favorite hunting game. Nice, dude. That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's definitely my all-time favorite as well. This game is just incredible. Oh, let's prone? Let's see if we can look at him close, because I want to get a picture of his antlers so that we know exactly what to look for when it comes to, like, his growth. Okay, I got a picture. It's not the greatest, but we're not going to get closer than this. He's got a decent... That's a decent rack. That's one of the smaller 2-star racks from what I've seen, though. Would you prefer Way of the Hunter over Call of the Wild? It's hard to say, and 99. I do like both of them pretty equally, but if I had to pick, I'd definitely pick Way of the Hunter because it's more of my playstyle. Or I guess it's more of the type of game that I enjoy playing. Later, Brody. Thanks for dropping in, dude. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Hawk. It's really unfortunate that it's not on last gen. I imagine it's probably due to performance reasons. They are alerted. Alright. We're not going to worry about these guys, as we're not going to take any of them down anyways. Yeah, spook off that way. Okay, that's good. They're spooking off that way. Which means these herds should not spook. That could be kind of cool, Rough Country. That could be kind of cool. They do have campsites, but they're not like movable ones. Like this is a campsite right here. So it was like these right here. But yeah, they're not movable. Would be cool to have something like that, but honestly, I don't think the game necessarily needs it. I feel like they want it to be a little bit slower to traverse the map. Yeah, definitely, Roger. That'd be cool. Oh, wow, Sam. Yeah, that's wild. Seeing a 5-star bull elephant in this game would be awesome. That would be cool, man. That would be cool. Yeah, Juan, of course I am. I've already said many, many times that I'm still doing Call of the Wild. You gotta remember that this is early access for Way of the Hunter, so I'm not going to, like, post other stuff during this time, as I want to make the most of the early access phase of the game. Missing the Red Deer grind on Call of the Wild. I'm still doing it, Seth. Once I get the Red Deer Great... If I end up getting another Red Deer Great one or a super rare, that would be the one exception to where you guys might see a Call of the Wild video interrupt the Way of the Hunter early access stuff. Because if I manage to get a great one again, then definitely gonna have a video going up on that. Okay, they're alerted. Let's prone. Ooh, that's a 1-star mature. We need to take him down for sure. Get those terrible genetics out of there. No, you cannot fast travel to the vehicle. I kind of think you should be able to, though. And I hope they do eventually change it to that. Ooh, the wind is awful. Okay, I see why they moved. The wind is so bad. Honestly, we're gonna have to find one of those 1-star matures and just take it down. The wind is not in our favor, even in the slightest, so... And I don't think there is any scent cover in the game now that I think of it. There's no scent eliminator, so... Yeah, we're probably just gonna have to try and get one of those 1-star matures if we can. Is a 1-star like a cull buck? Yeah, if you see a mature buck that's a 1-star, that's definitely a cull buck, as that one's got pretty poor genetics if it's only a 1-star after its mature stage has started. So yeah, that would be a cull buck that you would want to get out of your herds. And then you would want to leave something like, for example, like a 2-star adult, which I believe that's a 1-star adult. Oh, he definitely knows we're here. He's just looking at us as he moves around. Oh gosh, this slope is screwing us over. Reginald, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Hope you've been doing good. Took the plunge and ordered an Xbox Series X. Arrives tomorrow. Also pre-ordered the game. Enjoy watching your videos as getting useful tips. Well, thank you, dude. First of all, thank you so much. And I'm glad that you've been enjoying this enough to want to get a new console and play the game. Honestly, that alone is a pretty great compliment in my books. If my content was able to influence a decision like that. But thank you so much for watching. We keep seeing mule deer running through here. Making me wonder if there's any more back there. That 1-star mature has kind of gone to an area where we can't really see him anymore, so I don't know if we're going to get him today. Thank you, Ghost. I'm glad you love the streams, man. Oh, we got something there. I believe those are white-tailed deer. Okay, nice. 2-star mature. That might be one that we take down. Sam, thank you for becoming a member, dude. Enjoy the green name and chat, special badge icon, all the awesome emotes, ability to use commands, access to private Discord channels once you link Discord to YouTube, and access to my scrap content on the channel. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, dude. Yeah, 2-star mature. That's definitely one we will want to take down, I think. Which one is it again? So it's up there. Oh, I see him. Yes, there is perks in the game. That's him. Wow. Oh my gosh, that guy got hit so hard. That buck absolutely got smoked. Think we saw him cross right there? I know, right, Jacob? Perfect timing, man. Perfect timing. That was a 2-star mature, so there's a good chance that he is not going to grow much bigger. So we wanted to get that guy down. Yeah, there can be a 3-star adult. We got one to become a 3-star yesterday. He was actually featured in today's video as well. Ice, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. What if you let the 5-star breed one last time? I'm not sure, like, not sure how that would work. So apparently we didn't spook everything, and I think that's because this one was far enough away from the others. Thank you, Blee. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Young Bucks can be 2-stars. I'm really hoping we can find one of those. What's the best loadout for Way of the Hunter? To be honest, there is no best loadout. It's really depending on what you are hunting and what guns you like. One of the amazing things about Way of the Hunter so far. Oh, that's a 2-star adult. That guy's almost... That guy's got to be almost a 3-star. Did you see those antlers? That's a buck to keep an eye on. That right there is a buck we will want to keep our eye on because he could actually become pretty big. He's already that big as an adult. That's crazy. He's got to be borderline 3-star. I wouldn't be surprised if the next time we come through here, he'll be a 3-star. Now let's see if we can figure out where that buck went that we shot. Oh gosh, just look at the blood all over the bush. That's insane. That was a solid hit. Lot of blood. So we probably hit an artery. And I doubt it ran very far because of that. Most likely it went down incredibly quick. We just gotta figure out... Oh, there it is. I was gonna say we just gotta figure out where the next, bit of blood is. And there he is. Let's remove that marker. Oh, there we go. And get rid of that marker as well. Oh yeah, that guy's really really wonky looking. That is why we're getting him out of there. That right there is a 57% genetics 2-star male. Perfect example of one to get rid of. How do respawns work? Are they the same as Call of the Wild? No, they're actually quite different than Call of the Wild. So, that buck that we just shot, the next time that we change the time and come back and hunt this herd, he will be replaced with a 1-star young buck. And then he will grow from there and eventually, you know, die off when he reaches his full possible lifespan. Unless we end up shooting him first. Pretty much anytime you shoot one, it gets replaced by the lowest possible level of animal, which would be a 1-star young. And then they grow over time. And it's the same if it dies from old age. It will get replaced by a young buck and continue growing from there. Yeah, Brian, we got a couple 5-stars. We got a 5-star whitetail, pheasant, and elk. Yeah, Bruno, sadly, we did lose that big buck. He died before I could harvest him. But honestly, I'm okay with it. It gave us a little better idea of what can happen. And I feel like that made it so the video was more entertaining. So I'm okay that we didn't get to take him down, because we still learned some stuff from it. And since the game is very early in its release, like, we still have so much to learn and figure out. I'm sure at some point we'll get to a stage where we're examining the fur of the deer and the wear on the antlers to determine how close it is to dying. And as of now, we don't know anything even close to what we would need to look for, but I'm sure at some point we'll get to that stage where we can kind of judge that way. Are the predators able to kill animals? I don't believe so. I haven't seen it happen, and I don't think anybody else has either. What is their duration of their age? So, it's actually kind of complex, to be honest, because every species is different. For example, whitetail have 3 stages, which is young, adult, mature. Every single animal in the game has 3 stages, the young, adult, and mature. However, the age ranges for those are different depending on the species. You can see right here for whitetail, young is 1 to 2, adult is 3 to 5, and mature is 6 to 8. But for mule deer, young is 1 to 3, adult is 4 to 6, and mature is 7 to 12. And so, not only do you have, like, let's say there's a 3-star mature, but, like, you don't know if it's a 7-year-old mature buck or if it's a 12-year-old mature buck. And that's where kind of, looking at the fur and the wear on the deer itself and, like, how dark the fur is going to come into play with determining whether or not it's an old mature or a younger mature buck. Yeah, it's crazy, Brian. So much detail. I actually have kind of seen that, Murphy. I've seen them, like, bedding next to each other. I'm not actually sure, Bluebird. I think I tried it on lower settings once, and it actually looked okay. Which is how a 3-star mature can grow to a 4-star? Exactly, Johnny, exactly. Because there is a large range of ages for each stage, depending on the species. Do you think they'll add hunting dogs? Possibly. I mean, it seems like it's a popular request. I think it's just a matter of will they be able to do it with their graphics engine, because I don't know what the limitations of Unreal 4 are. As of now, shotguns are just birdshot, but it's possible we'll get more ammo types in the future. Do you think they will add turkeys? I'm sure eventually we'll get a map with turkeys. I think it's just a matter of time. Alright, 13 minutes before they stop drinking. The sides of the screen are blurry because of hunter sense. Where does this map take place? This one is based in Idaho. No, G-Gaming. They will not always grow to 5-star. Whether or not they can make it to 5-star will depend on the genetics of the animal. And so, for example, like a 30% genetics buck will probably only be a 3-star at its oldest age. Maybe a 4-star if it's lucky, but probably just a 3-star. However, a buck that's got like 90% genetics can probably make it to a 5-star unless it ends up dying before it makes it. Because that's another factor as well. They don't always die at the same age. Some of them will die younger than others. And so it's actually pretty rare that they make 5-star. Because it's not just a matter of growing them to 5-star. You also have to get them down before they die. Fruit Nugget, thank you so much for becoming a member. Really appreciate it. Enjoy the green name and chat special badge icon on all the awesome emotes. Ability to use commands, access to private Discord channels once you link Discord to YouTube, and access to my scrap content on the channel. Really appreciate it, man. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's do a quick time reset, and then we'll go check on the first herd we looked at. Yeah, some people definitely like doing it that way, Wayne, but, I've been trying not to. I try to just use photo mode to get video footage and photos of the animals once I've already seen them. Fruit Nugget, thank you for the super chat as well. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Are you able to 0 of 10-star Way of the Hunter yet? Yeah, right, Defied. I could definitely give it a rating now. I think I've played enough. Though, one thing to remember is there's going to be a day 1 patch tomorrow that is going to fix some of the bugs that were discovered during early access, so my rating may change tomorrow. But as of now, I give this game like either an 8 or a 9 out of 10, because though it's got some issues, the issues are far outweighed by the positive aspects of the game and the amount of insane detail that they've added to it. But tomorrow I'll be able to give a, I guess, more full rating to it, since there will be the day 1 patch that will hopefully have fixed some of the issues I've had. I'm not sure, Billy. I'll have to try it out. I think you can, but you probably would get a 4-star hunt rating instead of a 5-star hunt rating, because it's 1 class higher than what the animal is. Because birds and... well, all the bird species in the game are a tier 1, and the 22 is a tier 2 weapon. So I think you might end up losing a little bit of money, but probably not a ton. No, Wayne, I don't think it's cheating, but since there's some people that dislike using photo mode to spot animals, I just don't do it. Mainly because I don't want the developers to change it at all. I think it's in a good state. There's always going to be a few people that complain about how others use it, but I'm not going to use it in that way. That way I don't contribute to their arguments against it, I guess. Don't want to give the complainers more of a reason to dislike the photo mode. I think it should, yeah, Johnny. I think it should work on them. In fact, I'm probably going to try it at some point. I've bought the 22, so we might as well use them. Yeah, probably, Johnny. I think Call of the Wild is probably like a solid 6 to 7 on rating. Mainly because of some of the issues that have been in the game for a while and haven't been fixed. See if we can find our, that might be our 2-star adult that was right there. Again, we don't know the exact speed that these animals grow at, so... oh, wait. Oh, he's definitely bigger. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah, he's definitely bigger. I don't know if you guys can see it, but his rack's much taller now. This game's 8 out of 10 because I'm not playing. I like it, Joshua. Yeah, definitely, Angel, I agree. I definitely don't think that the two games can be compared. However, I think they can still be rated, you know? Like, I still give Call of the Wild like a 6 or 7 out of 10, mainly because of some of the bugs that they have in the game, and some of the things that need some changes, like the respawn system and the gun system in Call of the Wild. Both of them could use a little bit of adjustments to make them better, I guess. Got muleys over there. We're definitely noticing some changes with our 2-star. There actually might be a couple 2-star now. We might actually have 2 2-star adults now. Oh, there's a 1-star adult. Yeah, they've definitely progressed a little. We've got a 1-star adult along with a 2-star adult. So they aged a little bit, but not a lot. 3-star mature muley, though. Yeah, it's a 1-star adult. 2-star adult. Awesome, okay. Definitely seeing some changes. One of those young 1-stars is now a adult 1-star. I think this time around we'll take down that 3-star mature mule deer. Yes, Crazy, you can turn it off. That's just the hunter sense that adds the dot. If you turn off hunter sense, there is no dot in the scope. Two-star mature. Okay, that's actually a better one to take down because his genetics will be worse. Lots and lots of deer at the lake today. He's gonna be the darker fur one. No wizardry. I don't bow hunt IRL. I rifle hunt. I kind of want to get closer and do a neck shot. Since a lot of you have been asking about the neck shots and if they're doable, if they're viable. We'll try to get a little bit closer and neck shot one of them. I don't remember, Bruno. I think maybe. There, hunter sense right here. See? Binoculars, identification, interactions, highlighting, bullet impact position, distance, energy, droppings, blood prints, footprints, sound cues, deceased animal. You can toggle all of that on or off in the hunter sense. So yes, there is tons of customizability with the hunter sense mode. I like having it all on, but I could definitely see some of them being pretty cool with it off as well. Like, I don't really use the tracks, so I might turn those off so it's easier to find the blood. In fact, that's actually probably a good idea. Let's do that. Let's turn off droppings identification and footprints. And then we will keep the blood prints on, obviously. Yeah, so now it does not show the, wait, what is this? Oh, they still flash, but you can't interact with them. That's interesting. What if I turn them back on? Oh, now I can analyze. Okay, never mind. That doesn't do what I thought it did. I actually don't see the point in that. I mean, actually, I kind of see the point of it. I guess some people don't want the interaction thing to pop up on screen. So I can see why they did that, actually. Because I have seen quite a few people ask if they can turn off the prompts to analyze stuff. So that actually is kind of cool for the people that don't want to have the prompts popping up all the time. Yeah, it's 1-star adult. 1-star young. 1-star adult. Okay, there's 2 1-star adults plus our 2-star adult. Love to see the growth in that herd. Couple 2-star mature muleys. Think we'll take down that guy. Let's see if we can nail a neck shot from here. I think we can. I think I've got decent enough aim. It should be okay. Not if he's moving, though. We hit 62K. That is amazing, guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for getting us there. Well, let's get a little bit closer. So at this point, it's possible that we'll spook off these whitetail. Yeah, there was a 3-star, but it was a mule deer over here. The whitetail that we've been watching, there still is no 3-stars in there. I don't know, G Gaming. They gave it to a variety of people. But you had to... I think they prioritized the people that requested it first. Yes, Rough Country. It is very difficult to sneak within 100. Unless you're prone, then you can sometimes get within 100 without them spooking, but it's very difficult. And I'm only on the 2nd difficulty. There's 4 difficulties, and the final one, it's even harder to get close, so... Oh, that guy is becoming big. That's our dude. That is our 2-star adult that we've been watching. His rack has definitely grown. Look at him. Let's get close to him. I want to see exactly what the differences are. I don't know if we're close enough yet, though. Nah, we can't get close enough yet to see him. I really want to see what the rack changes are, but we need to crawl closer. No, Osgrove. That's the only big bug that I've seen, and I reported that to the developers, so they're looking into it. I know, the difficulty change does not affect trophy sizes, just how easily they spook. And it'll tell you what difficulty you shot an animal on the harvest screen. And then on the toughest difficulty, the hunter sense is completely disabled, so you don't get any of the spotting information or anything like that. That's a beautiful buck. There's 2 2-star adults, actually. Wow. Okay. Okay, we are seeing some major changes. There's 2 2-star adults now. That's pretty cool. We got 2 of them now to look at. They definitely progressed in age since the last time reset. It definitely does, Queso. Definitely does. And I love that about it. I love that the deer that you leave alive and the deer that you shoot actually affects what your future deer will be. There's our 2 2-stars side by side. Get a couple screenshots. I think this right here is the guy that we were looking at last time, and that one back there is new. This is our dude that we've been watching. Yes, this will be multiplayer. That's a 2-star adult mule deer. Apparently there's a 3-star near him, though. We'll probably end up taking the 3-star that he's by. As, that will probably be one of the easier ones to get. That's him right there. That's the 3-star. Can we maybe hit the next shot from here? We're trying to do a next shot to show you guys that it works pretty well. Oh, gosh. That's gonna be tough. What is that guy's rating? He doesn't look super old, but he doesn't look super, super young either. 1-star adult mule deer. Ooh, that's a 3-star mature. Okay, we'll go for that 3-star mature. Ooh, I don't like that branch. The hitboxes for trees and branches in this game are a bit rough. There we go. Next shot him. So yes, next shots do work. It's hard to say, Thomas. Some of these I'm smoking just for the fact that I want to be able to show some of the stuff off to you guys. This guy didn't look like he was going to age too much more, though. But yeah, that's what a neck shot does. And as you can see, there is arteries in the neck, so if you hit one of those, that'll kill it as well. Neck shots are actually pretty viable. They are actually pretty viable. And yeah, this guy's 73% genetics, so he would never have made a 5-star. I think the lowest I've ever seen an animal make 5-star, it was 82%. And it was the smallest possible 5-star that you could get. And that was the elk that we killed, actually. That elk was like the smallest score possible for a 5-star, and it had 82% genetics, I believe. So yeah, it seems like anything below that doesn't really have a chance. But obviously, still pretty early in the game's existence, so there's plenty of time to experiment and kind of see what the possibilities are for some of the different genetics percentages. Like to see a 5-star muley? Me too, Smash. I badly want to see one. But yeah, neck shots, very viable. Provided you trust your aim enough, neck shots are great. And I mean, that's kind of realistic. In real life, if you shoot them in like the jugular, it'll bleed them out pretty quickly. I know that there's quite a few people that do that. Not necessarily a shot I would go for, but I know quite a few people do it, and it does kill them pretty quickly. Brain shots are not a thing. If you shoot something in the head, it completely disqualifies the trophy from being able to be taxidermized. Because you've, like, essentially, like, destroyed the mount, I guess, is their description of it. Probably not, Osgard. I'm assuming that's a joke, though. When's the next Call of the Wild stream? I don't know, CJ. If I get a great one, there'll be another stream. Other than that, it'll probably be at least a week. Because of Way of the Hunter being released. Yes, I would go for long shots in real life. Because it's the safest shot. The lung is the most, like, guaranteed... It's the most guaranteed spot to be able to hit, right? Like, it's the largest vital organ on the deer. So yes, I would go for lung in real life. It really does, Queso. I love it. It's so realistic. Hey, Jay Grande, how's it going? What did I shoot? We ended up shooting a 3-star mule deer a couple seconds ago. Alright, we've kind of already checked these areas. There's not much down here since they're all drinking up here. From what I've seen, I only have 5 herds on this river. 4 of them were up here today. Which means there's only like 1 through here, and they didn't have anything interesting. I think we'll check an area that I haven't... Oh gosh, it's doing this again. No. There we go. So I would say we're going to check this river now. As we did have a mule deer buck we were keeping tabs on. I'm actually not sure, Thomas. I think it's a combination of both. I think it's a combination of the amount of time that has passed in real life while you're playing the game, and then also like the time reset is what triggers the transition from one age to the next. But I think you do have to hunt around a certain amount of time for yourself to really see any differences. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, that looked like a big rack. Well, let me go to this one since I have a better scope on it. That guy right there in the back. And that guy, they look to be pretty nice. I know it should work for you as well, T-Rex. Well, I think the no spam one is only mods. But the rest of them should be members as well. Yeah, it could be a 5-star. We'll have to get closer to really tell, but definitely a couple decent bucks in there. At least 2 or 3-star. I tested it a little bit, Jake. I don't think just sleeping like a bunch in a row will do anything. I think you actually have to have time pass without fast forwarding it, you know. The only times that I've noticed a difference is when I've been hunting around for like 20 or 30 minutes of real time, and then I switch the time. That's when I've seen some changes, so I feel like you do have to actually put some time towards it, and you can't just spam resets. Which I think is good. Because it would kind of suck if you could spam resets to get them to age. Well, let's mark that so we know the distance. That way I'll know when to stop moving. What's the conversion from in-game time to real time? It seems like each in-game minute is like 20 seconds of real time. At least that's what it seems from what we've tested yesterday. Yeah, possibly, Jacob. Possibly. No, Donald. There's not really many whitetail in Oregon. Oregon's primarily blacktail and mule deer. I wish we had whitetail in larger numbers here, though. Yeah, that guy's a 1-star mature. That guy looks big, though. That's at least a 4, I'd say. Maybe a 3. I can't get a spot on him, though. It keeps spotting this buck over here. There's a 3-star mature in there. That's another 3-star mature. I knew there was a couple decent deer in there. SSD, Osgard. I think as of now, like one of my biggest gripes with the game has got to be the spotting, as it's very strange. Like 4-star. Oh, that big guy's a 4-star. He's 4-star. Do we let him grow more? Let's get close to him. We got to get closer to that 4-star, kind of see what his fur's looking like, see what the wear on his antlers are looking like, and see if maybe he can grow to be bigger. That's awesome. We have a chance at a 5-star if he manages to make it. We've already killed 2 4-star mule deer, guys. I don't think I'm going to shoot him as a 4-star. I think we're going to try and get him to grow to a 5. Yeah, well, I'll take a screenshot if we can get close enough. Definitely want to jump in the photo mode once we get close and take some screenshots of his antlers and fur. Provided we can get that close. I don't know if he'll let us get that close. Big buck in our sights, though, guys. That's awesome. Yeah, there's 2 3-stars and a 4-star and then a 1-star, I believe. 4-star mature, my gosh. I can see the 1-star, though. He's that one, like, right in the middle of our crosshair. This one on the end over here, that's our 4. Not gonna lie, he looks like he's got a little bit more time in him. I think this guy could grow more. And I think we're going to take the 3-star out because... Actually, get rid of the 1-star for sure. We got to kill off that 1-star mature. That guy is holding them back. Not sure, Xander. And I'll be streaming for probably at least another 2 to 3 hours. That's the 1 star, I think. No, that's a 3. Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. He looks tiny. We need to get closer, though, and view that 4 star. Yeah, I see the wind. We're not actually going to be going that way. I just need to get close enough to get into the photo mode and take a couple pictures of the big buck, because we want to make sure that we know for a fact that he's not going to die. The icons on the map are those where you have spotted them. These icons are the need zones, so if you hover over it and hit spacebar, it will reveal need zones for that animal in the area. And then you can also go into the filters and you can toggle off need zones for specific species. Like, if I want to get rid of this pheasant one, I'll just toggle off pheasant. Very awesome filtering system they've got. Yeah, that'd be cool, Wayne. It would be cool. Gotta make sure they're not spooked. Oh, gosh. Well, guys, we failed the game of drink the coffee before it's cold. What are we doing? Any chamois yet? No, but I do plan on hunting chamois later, either later today or tomorrow. Because, my wife found where the chamois are, and my gosh, they are plentiful. So that might be a cool thing to do at the end of the stream, is check the chamois out. There's also like a campsite near them, which is great. Okay, let's see if we can get close enough. I don't think we're close enough to actually see him. I need to get pics of his antlers, though. Yeah, I can't get close enough. We're not close enough to get pics of his antlers, sadly. I need to be close enough that we can not only see, like, the antlers, but also the fur. That way we can kind of tell if this guy is going to die anytime soon. Welcome back, Fruit. Robbie, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. One more day. Morning, guys. How's it going, dude? Thank you for the super chat. And yeah, one more day to go before everybody gets access to this amazing game. Our 4-star is still chilling over here. How do the respawns work? Basically, anytime you kill an animal or it dies of old age, it's replaced with a 1-star young buck. And then that animal will grow and eventually either die of old age or, you know, die whenever you harvest it. That's kind of how the system works in this game. Nice, I am bored. That's awesome. Yes, there is chamois in the game. And they're actually really nice looking as well. I'm excited to hunt them. No, I don't, Scott. I still need to get all the collectibles and then I'll have the perk for photo mode, but for now, I gotta get really close to even, see the animals in photo mode. Yeah, probably, Snarly. That's kind of what I've seen, too. Like, Kill Clinton did a little bit of testing on his stream, and it seems photo mode only goes about 75 to maybe 100 meters out. We are roughly 114 away from the deer at the moment, and we definitely can't get straight up to them yet. Yeah, it seems like the range is 100 meters. Can we see the 4-star? I need to get a picture of him. That's him. Okay. Ah, the lighting, though. I need to change the lighting, and then we can... Okay, that's what he looks like. Ooh, he's looking old. However, the antlers don't look to be... They're not as discolored as I've seen on some of them. I think he's gonna be able to make it to a 5-star. I think we'll definitely let him live. I got a good enough picture. Are we fully zoomed in? Yeah, we are. Okay, this is a good enough picture, I think. We can get a good idea of what he looks like now. So yeah, we're not gonna take him. We'll just take down the 1-star. If we can even find the 1-star. Oh, there it is. Yeah, we'll definitely take the 1-star mature. That's him right there, too. Ooh. Might not have been a good hit. Might not have been a good hit. Either we dropped him or we didn't even hit him. It was like right over a little hill, so there's a possibility we complete... Oh. Oof, we got him. Yeah, we definitely got him. Ooh. Oh, that spine shot. Yeah, glad we got that one out. 27% genetics. That's wild. That is an awful genetics buck. I am so glad that we took him down. And yeah, that was a spine shot. Worked out pretty good. I have not yet, Spark. I have not tried it yet. I will at some point, though. I definitely will at some point. Alright, so we're gonna have to hunt around a little more before this guy will progress in age, so... Let's go check some of the other herds. I'm actually not I'm not sure, GCR2. I don't really know how it works. I don't know if they passed their genetics, before. From what I understand, like, the average genetics of all of the animals on your reserve, like all of the mule deer, would determine what the future mule deer will be. And obviously there's some variation, like it doesn't guarantee that every mule deer will be good, but you'll have more good ones than bad ones if you have a high average genetics. And I guess that would, be a simulation of like, you know, if there's more good genetics bucks in an area, it's more likely that they'll be the ones passing on their genetics, so it makes sense. I think it's cool. I like it a lot. Oh, definitely, Sparks. So much experimenting to be had with this game. It gives us so much versatility to virtually every aspect of the game. Do I like the 7mm Mod 8 or the 308 better? Definitely the 308. I've found the 308 to be my favorite deer rifle. Though, I've actually had fun with the 243 as well, which is why I've got it on me at the moment. The 243 actually does pretty great. Nice, JP. That's awesome, man. Yeah, Robbie, I can understand that, dude. This game is pretty incredible. It's definitely been hard to, like, going back and forth between the two games. I still love both of them, but... Yeah, GC, definitely. I'm glad that it's possible because it is more realistic, but I'm glad that you can't, like, mount them if you run them over. And I'm glad that you get virtually no money for running them over as well. Like, you would get... It would take probably 20 road-killed deer to equal what one good shot on a mule deer would give you. So I'm glad that they greatly reduce the amount of money you get. Do I like the Europe or NA map better? Definitely the NA map, mainly because of the elk, mule deer, and whitetail. So far, those have been 3 of my favorite species to hunt. Speaking of elk, we should probably check them out at some point soon. I haven't checked the elk since the evening of us finding that 5-star. Yeah, Kurt, the monoblock. It's amazing. Do you ever use the 30-30 Grandpa rifle anymore? Yeah, I do, Jake. I use it on the Transylvania Reserve for stuff like roe deer and fox and badger. And honestly, that's something I love about this game is, I feel like every rifle has a purpose and it's viable clear to the end. I've even been using the Steyr Scout in 223. It's been really good. And one of the cool things is if you go for a neck shot or a spine shot, you can use the smallest calibers on deer and do fine. 223 and 30-30, drop them pretty quick, even with lung shots, to be honest. Much more realistic when it comes to the kill time of a lot of these weapons than Call of the Wild is. This is the first game in a while where I've felt the 243 and the 223 are perfectly fine for deer. However, something I'm curious about that we'll have to experiment with is, can I neck shot a deer with a 22 LR? Or will that not have enough penetration? I imagine it won't have enough penetration, but we might have to test it at some point just to see. There's one of our herds. I think that's whitetail. Yeah, definitely, Jake. That's always been a big complaint of mine with Call of the Wild, is that the 243 and the 223 feel useless sometimes. Headshots completely disqualify the trophy, Jamie. In this game, if you headshot an animal, it basically destroys the trophy. Therefore, you can't taxidermize it, and you can't sell it for anything either. 2-star mature. Not gonna lie, that mule deer is looking like it's one we need to take down. He's got a very twisty, wonky rack. And I've noticed that the bad genetics animals do have that. A lot of the bad genetics bucks in this game have very wonky, uneven racks. And honestly, that's another way we can kind of tell if we have a good or bad genetics animal in front of us when they're younger, is the super uneven ones seem to be the bad genetics. Cannon, thank you for the 2 months, dude. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, dude. Welcome back. Hopefully you've been doing great. Oh, we got a 2-star adult. Oh, that's one that we want to watch. 2-star adult buck. And we got that 1-star mature there that we will want to take down. Let's get to the hunting stand and see if we can take some from here. I believe you have to take like 10 or 20 or something from a stand in order to unlock one of the perks, so want to use this if we can. I'm not too familiar with the AMD GPUs, Albatross, but the 3060 Ti is what I'm using, and it is a beast. It has made it so I can run Call of the Wild on max settings and still get over 100 FPS. And that's even with a bottlenecking CPU, because I have a 6700K, an i7 6700K. And, yeah, the 3060 Ti is a beast. Improved my FPS on Way of the Hunter as well. I went from getting like 55 to 75, clear up to between 75 and 110 when I'm not streaming or recording, that is. 1-star adult, 1-star young. Okay, yeah, definitely gonna focus the muleys. There's one there. They're kind of moving out of the way of where I need them to be for us to see them. That guy in the back looks decent. It's got to be a 2-star, but I can't spot him. It's only letting me spot the one in the front. That one in the back is solid, though. He looks a little bit bigger than this 2-star adult. 2-star mature. Okay, we actually need to take him. If he's a 2-star mature, that's one to take. Let's use the 243 so you guys can kind of get an idea of the power that the 243 has. I think that was a good hit. Yeah, looks good. I think he died behind this hill. We're gonna give him a little bit more time because sometimes the deer will start getting up and running away if they're not fully dead. So, we're not gonna rush up to him yet. We're gonna give him a chance to die. Ooh, fox. I actually see fox up there quite often, so it seems to be either a feeding or a resting zone. I can't remember. Badger zone's near as well. Two-star mature whitetail here as well. And a mule deer. Imagine we shot the wrong deer. Or maybe he's dying off in this bush. We just saw two-star whitetail appear and now it's not. That's a one-star mature deer right there, though, for muleys. Can we maybe hit him in the neck? I don't know if I trust that shot. Oh, two-star adult mule deer there. All right, well, let's get down. I don't really have an angle on any of these. The only way that you can tell if it will age anymore, Jake, is based on the wear on the antlers and the coloration of the coat, as the darker coats usually mean an older animal. And also the older deer will have more scarring and patchiness on their fur. But even then, that's not a surefire way of knowing, because some of them die younger than others. I think we should be able to walk full crouch speed without spooking them, as there's a lot of water around us. And the water is relatively loud for the animals, so it should kind of make it so they can't hear us. And honestly, I think it's cool that they've done that with this game. If we can see where the blood goes, does it double back at any point? I think he did just go this way and then die behind the hill. Oh, very realistic, Silver Moon. It's way more realistic than Call of the Wild. By quite a lot, actually. They have definitely paid attention to making sure the game is super realistic and detailed. We shot one bear ice. I actually have had trouble finding lots of them. Two-star adult. Yeah, that's a good one. You can see he has a lighter coat as well. Am I playing on max settings? It's like between high and very high. Yeah, Goat Man, kinda, yeah. The way I see it and the way I'm trying to do it is, when you shoot a 5-star, you gotta counter it by shooting some low-quality males as well. And that's what the developers have said too, is if you want to maintain a balance in your reserve, you would want to take some high fitness and low fitness. And I think that's kind of what they mean. Like, if you're taking some big males, you also want to take some of the bad genetics, like low rating matures as well. But if you want your reserve to only be giants over time, then you would only shoot the bad genetics animals. But obviously, then you wouldn't be harvesting any of the good ones. Like, you'd miss out on a lot of them, so it definitely makes you think, you know, do you want to go a long time without ever shooting a 5-star just to harvest all of the bad genetics bucks? Or do you want to keep a balance and shoot a little bit of each? I know there is no PS4 version of the game, Poe. Unfortunately, it's next gen and PC only. And my only thoughts for that is probably because of the performance. I imagine that there would be some issues with frame rates on older consoles. That's the 1-star mature. Let's get him. 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 1-star ma That looked good. I guess not. Why didn't I shoot the 4-star whitetail when I had a chance? Because we've already killed 3 4-stars and a 5-star. I wanted to grow it to a potential 5-star. Because it was big at a very young age. So we had a good idea that it could become even bigger. And that's part of the risk versus reward factor of this game. No, Billy, it didn't. I used the dot to aim. As long as you're using the dot that shows up from Hunter Sense, you're usually good. Occasionally I have seen the bullet go through animals, though, so it might have just gone through it. I think that was just a bug. Because it should hit right where the dot shows. It definitely didn't go too far, as we didn't see him moving in this direction. Question is, where's the blood? It says medium amount of blood, but you can tell that the blood trail is very thin. Gonna be hard to track this one. Oh, it turned around, I think. I think it turned around and went this way. I'll bet that that whitetail that we were spotting over here was him. So he's probably somewhere in a bush over here. We know where the blood spatter is, so let's go check. Because I'm pretty sure I saw the spotting info pop up for him. Nice, Bluebird. Yeah, I like the graphics for this game. I think they did well. This is the general area we saw the whitetail spotting info pop up. I'm gonna assume that he's dead somewhere in this area. And then that mule deer we unfortunately just completely missed. Maybe it's not over here. What do you guys think? That blood trail's not giving us much much to work with. Where do you think it would have gone? I think there's definitely a chance that it... Ooh, wait. Oh, there we go. There's the blood trail. We see it now. So it went this way. Yeah, this is a tough trail to follow. Not quite as prominent as some of them have been. Okay, there's the last blood. He starts to turn this way. Yep, there it goes. I bet he died in the river, or just across it. Oh, he's right here. Nice. So there's our buck. Not a bad one. That guy is our 2-star mature, 58% on the genetics. And this is what I'm talking about. Like, I've noticed most of the bad genetics animals are very uneven. Like, this guy's antlers are completely different from each other. And I love that that's actually been a part of it. I have noticed that most of the uneven deer that I've seen have been the bad genetics ones. And the good genetics ones are almost always super even, or at least closer to being even than what we see here. Like, this guy is quite different on each side. Definitely see some major differences from one antler to the other. Hind lengths are quite different on each side. Number of tines is different. Definitely, Daniel. I like that the uneven bucks are like the bad genetics ones. It's so cool. And then like the good genetics ones are usually very even. Even if they have one less tine on one side, like the antlers still look pretty much the same. Wait. Oh, I've got a mission that I can accept. Let's back out. This is another cool thing. You can back out. And then activate the mission. Then go back in. I don't remember what this mission was for. But I guess we'll do that. Harvest 3 white-tailed deer from a hunting stand. Okay, so that's the mission we were on. And that is one of the missions that you can pick up from one of the campsites as well. It's cool, like all of the campsites have, well, not all of them, but some of them have jobs for you to do. Like the different outposts that you can unlock, they have jobs for you to do to get access to their property. A lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of cool stuff. And also, we can see the range that whitetail live. Because of the fact that we have this mission selected for whitetail, it shows us the home ranges of whitetail. They got a really big portion of the map, and they also are down here, but it doesn't show it because this is the private property that you have to unlock via the missions or purchasing a pass. But yeah, this is kind of cool that it tells you where to go to look for the species that you're doing a mission for. Yeah, fruit. I mean, there's quite a large variety of them. That one is definitely not the biggest one. That was just a pretty average 2-star. That's a small buck. Alright, I think it's time. Let's go reset the time, and we will check to see if that 4-star mule deer has grown to a 5-star. No BMX rider, they have not. It seems like rares are actually properly rare. Which is cool. I'm excited to eventually find one because it seems like they're very hard to get. Let's hope it does. Yes, for sure, Goatman, for sure. If it's a 5-star, what gun do we use, guys? What gun do we take it out with? I want to make it a very interesting kill, you know? No, the deer max at 5-star. $360 with the monoblog. I mean, it's really up to you, Xander. If you like a more realistic, slow-paced experience with a lot of attention to detail, then I'd say Way of the Hunter. But if you like a game that's a little bit faster-paced with more animals, then probably Call of the Wild. Yeah, same, Daniel. Same here. I love both games as well. Seeing a lot of people saying 223. I think we'll do that. Let's get the scout out. Alright, I think we're good. The scout and then the 308. We will use the scout on this buck. And also, for those of you that haven't seen them, let's show you guys what some big whitetail look like, since there was some questions about them. This is our 5-star. And this guy is not even the biggest they can get. They can get larger as 5-stars as well. But this is the buck that we managed to get as a 5-star. And then these two are 4-star. And you can tell they're very different from each other. And this guy's a 3-star. This is a big 3-star here. Big 3-star, uneven rack. You can also tell like the coloration of the antlers is different. The patching on the neck is different as well. Like, so much detail. The patching is completely different on all of these animals. Every single one of them has something slightly different on the fur. So detailed. So detailed. Yeah, I think that's a good choice, Xander. Way of the Hunter definitely has a lot to offer. And this game is, you know, just releasing, so there's going to be so many updates and new additions to the game over the next few years that are going to make it even better. I'd say that is definitely a good choice. Now the question is, where's the herd? Because they can move around to different zones. I know they use a zone over here as well. No, Dane, not as of now, but that's mainly because the non-typicals, like, feature is not in the game. However, it's been a very highly requested thing, so most likely we'll get non-typicals down the road. For sure, Daniel, for sure. I mean, we saw what the 243 did to that whitetail. It killed it pretty quickly. Like, a good shot with a lower caliber weapon also does pretty good. I think the biggest difference is, like, the size of the blood trail. Which is also another cool detail. Like, the wound and the blood trail from that 243 was less than the 308 or, you know, the 300 or any of those larger weapons would have done. Which, to me, that's really cool. I love little details like that. Probably not, Lucas. Probably not. I would, Devin, but right now, with the difficulty that I'm playing on, it's very difficult to get close enough to even see them well with iron sights. Maybe once we learn a little bit more about how to stay invisible and silent. But right now, I have trouble getting within 100 meters of all of the animals for the most part. Besides birds, but that's because birds don't really care about anything. They just kind of chill there. So first things first, we gotta find the herd. Because they're definitely not at this drinking zone this time around. Which means they're most likely either at a drink zone over there or a drink zone up the river further. We have pheasant here. 3-star mature. Yeah, we'll have to do a little bit of searching in order to find this 4-star buck and hope that he's grown to a 5 without passing away. Because either could be possible. Does Hunter Sense spot work with irons? I don't know, Osgard. I don't think so, because it's not a scope. I think it's just with scopes. Hey, little pheasants. Another thing I love about the pheasants, guys, is that they don't fly away the second that they see you. They wait till you walk up on them like real pheasants. Then they flush out, which is cool. I love that. I love that so much. Definitely more like real pheasants than what we see in Call of the Wild. However, there is one thing I would change with the pheasants. It's realistic that they flush like that. However, what I would say that they need to change with the pheasants is instead of having them continue to walk around and eat when I'm close, have them hunker down and try to hide. And then, whenever I get right up on them, that's where they flush out. Like, because they wouldn't continue eating. They'd kind of hunker down and try to stay hidden. So that's the one thing I would change with the pheasants. Something like that, Beast. Something like that. That mule deer is not over here, though. It looks like we have our whitetail herd over here now. The muleys could be over there, though. And also, from what I've been able to figure out, and I might be wrong, but I honestly think, guys, that each of these icons right here, I think this is a specific herd's need zones. I think this is a specific herd. I could be wrong, though. But from what I can tell, I think each of these individual markers is one herd. Because, like, we got multiple mule deer ones around the same area. There's a whitetail one here. We've got another mule deer one here. Like, we have 3 mule deer markers within this little area. And they all show different zones. But they don't show more than, like, 2 of each zone. So I really think that this is each herd's need zones, and they can be at any of those. So, like, for example, this herd has 2 different drinking areas, so they could be at either of those. It seems like that's the way it works. And if that's the case, the herd should be here. Like, they should be drinking right over here. We might have to come back later. They could be slightly up the river, though. Yeah, the badger are cool, Devin. I've shot a few of them. They're cool. Can flushed birds spook deer? I'm actually not sure. I haven't seen that in action yet. I would imagine if a herd spooking can spook everything it runs by, I would imagine that the pheasants could probably do the same thing. Maybe not to as much of an extent, though. Maybe it would happen less often. I don't see them. Does not look like they are around here right now. Let's try something else. Let's change the time at a different location and then fast travel over here. No, Burger, it's not. I just hadn't seen your message yet. Also, we still need to gain permission to hunt this area. We could just buy it. I think we could... Yeah, we could probably just buy it. We've got 13k at the moment. Though I would like to save a lot of it for taxing animals. Let's look to see if we can see any of the goats. I see mountain goats over here sometimes. And elk. I don't see any as of now, though. Let's get back to the mule deer. Yeah, Braden, for sure. Oh, no worries, Devin. No worries, man. I try to get to as many of them as I can. Does that need zone show up from the beginning or only when you spot the herd? It's only when you discover the need zone, so you have to go up to the need zone and examine it, and that's when it shows up. There's the herd. That's him, I think. I definitely see at least one big buck there. But I also see a couple young bucks that have recently arrived. I know one of them's from the one that we killed, but did one of the others die off? Bighorn? Wait, what? You can get bighorn here? Are you kidding me? There's bighorn over here? That is awesome. I didn't know you could get bighorn near the starting area. Yeah, let's hope that that's him. It definitely could be the 3-star aging into a 4-star, though. We will know a little more once we get closer. Oh, that's gotta be him. That thing's huge. That's gotta be him. Like, there's no way it's not. That thing looks massive. But is he a 5-star? Or is he just a bigger 4-star? And honestly, guys, I think that 4-star... I think that's the 2-star young buck that we've been keeping an eye on for the last, like, 3 streams. I think that's him. No, crickets. It kind of just, like, despawns when they die, you know? It disappears and then a new one takes its place. Yeah, it's gotta be a 5-star, right? Like, I feel like it is. It looks huge. For sure, Devin, I love the realism of this game. And yeah, the map is massive. It's 144 square kilometers, which is crazy. I know the stars don't mean years. Well, they kind of do, but it's a little bit more complex than that. We'll look at it here. A white-tailed deer A young one is 1 to 2, an adult is age 3 to 5, and a mature is age 6 to 8. And for mule deer, it's a little bit different. Young is 1 to 3, adult is 4 to 6, and mature is 7 to 12. So it's mature doesn't mean that it's like, or the like rating doesn't mean that it's that age. But whether or not it says mature, adult, or young, that's like the range that it can be. You guys think it's a 5-star? I kind of do too. It looks like it. Can we spot it yet? 4-star mature. Okay, he's still 4-star mature. I just saw the 4-star mature flash briefly. He's not a 5 yet. Do we give him more time? Okay, we're going to try and get close again. I want to take a look at his fur, and if it looks like he has a ton of scarring, then we might take him down, because if he looks like he's not going to live any longer, then we'll probably want to get him down. That way he doesn't die on us. He's definitely a huge 4-star burger. He's a massive 4-star. There's also a 1-star mature, though. I kind of want to get rid of that buck, because he's definitely not going to be good for the herd. Okay, so I'll put up a poll, because we already have 2 4-star mule deer. And I'd like to get a 5, so I'll put up a poll and see what you guys think. All right, here we go. There's the poll. Let me know what you guys think. Three-star mature in there as well. That guy could become pretty big. There's our 4-star mature, though. Honestly, I'm kind of looking... I'm looking at the fur, and I don't think that he's too old yet. We might be okay. I want to get a little closer, though, just so we can really look close at the fur and see if there's any patchiness. If he's got some patchiness in his fur and some scarring, then we might take him down. Does the 3-star look older? I'm not sure. We got to get a little bit closer and then we can tell. Because that also is very possible. Honestly, the way I'm seeing him right now, he does kind of look older. That 3-star does look older than the 4. I really think that 4-star has more potential to grow. He's definitely lighter colored. And I, at least from here, don't see any scarring or patching. I don't know. Okay, so it's supposed to carry over, but I'm on my second Steam account because I had already pre-ordered the game on my main account. Therefore, I couldn't access the early access because it wouldn't let me enter the code. I guess the Steam key to get the game. So if I can get my save transferred over, then it'll save my progress, but if I can't, then I will have to start fresh. I would, J Chubb, but we're not close enough to get the detailed look that I'd like. The photo mode only goes to about 100 meters. So we got to get a bit closer for it to actually be as of any use to us at the moment. I need to get close enough to see the detail in the fur. Yeah, the prone is a bit slow, but I can understand it, because like in real life, if you're prone and you're moving fast, you're going to be making so much noise. So I can see why they made it so it's slow. Like even the crouching is pretty loud in this game, unless you're doing the slow crouch like I am right now. You definitely got to work for it if you want to get close in this game. I think there is one young deer in here. We need to get a good look at him, though. See, that's the 3-star mature. That guy was looking older than any of them. We'll need to get closer, though, to really tell. $300 win or 338? I like the 300 better than the 338. Primarily because the 338, it's pretty limited on what you can take and still get a high hunt rating. I think it's really geared towards long-range shooting in this game. Because at longer ranges, you'll have lost enough energy to where you'll still get 5-star hunt rating on a moose, but if you're close with the 338, you only get a 4-star hunt rating for a moose. Hey, the Monkey King, how's it going? Welcome to the stream, dude. Welcome to the stream. Goal in this game is to get every 5-star big game species and rare. Yeah, that's going to take quite a while in this game, Tiger. That's going to be a good long-term goal to have, though. Alright, let's see if we can get a close-up look of his fur now. Oh, he's definitely looking better than the other one. I think he's got more time in him, guys. Look at him. That 3-star has way more patchiness than he does. You can kind of see it on that guy's like back left leg, and also just at the base of his neck, he's got some darker patches. This guy doesn't have those. I think this guy will grow to a 5-star. I think he will. Wait, is that him actually? Oh. Never mind, that's him. Is that him? I don't know. I think we've actually got two that could be pretty big here. Let's get some screenshots. I can't tell which is our 4-star. Is it that guy? I don't know. I don't know if that's him. That's a 3. That is a huge 3, by the way. Oh my gosh. Oof. This herd has some pretty massive potential. That's a 1-star mature. We gotta kill that guy. Yeah, we gotta take down that 1-star mature. We'll let the 3-stars and the 4-star live. Yeah, Samuel, but it was for a mission. It was for a mission, and we did that a while ago. Wow, we are so close. Yeah, definitely, KG. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited for once we learn a little more about them. Something, Johnny. Like, I can't even tell which is the 4 and which is the 3. They're very close in looks. I think we can definitely get closer and analyze them a little bit better. They seem to not even know that we're here. Yeah, we'll definitely take down the 1-star mature out of this group because he's definitely the worst deer. Want to get those genetics out of there. Alright, let's see how good of a look we can get now. Beautiful deer. And those are all good deer. Wow, that guy in the middle. He doesn't have a ton of wear on his antlers. I think that guy's going to be a huge deer. Let's change the time of day so we can see them better. Yeah, guys, I think that 4-star has some more time in him. I think he will grow to be bigger. This is definitely a impressive herd of deer we've got. Definitely a very impressive herd of deer. Can I get all of them in the pic? Yeah. Get all those guys in the picture. No, he didn't die. There's still a 4-star here. We just checked him. There is a 4-star here. Hard to say which one it is, though, because they all look so nice. But we did see a 4-star when we first came down here on this run, so he's still alive. There's 2 3-stars and a 4-star. We need to find the 1-star, though. There's 2 3s, there's a 4, and then there's a 1. Honestly, any of these could become big except that 1-star. One thing that's interesting is I don't see any young ones. I don't see any young bucks, which is interesting. Unless I missed it. I didn't see any 1-star young deer. Alright, let's see if we can determine which one is the 4-star out of the group. I'm curious if you guys will be able to spot it immediately. That's obviously the one there. I think it's that guy. But it also could be this guy. It's one of those. I think it's him, though. And honestly, I think that fur is looking fine. Yeah, I think he'll live longer. I think he's got a little bit longer to live. Same with all of these, to be honest. Yeah, let's just take that 1-star down. If we can even see him. Gonna be tough to get close enough to actually see our ones. Oh, he's right there. Kill the inferior? Exactly. Get rid of the small males to grow the big males. He's right through there. Not a fun angle to try and take. Hoping that he will come out of that bush. Give us a better shot. Still calm. So because of the noise that the water is generating and the bushes that are in front of them, they're actually not able to see us. That's cool. There's the 4-star. Yeah, he's right through here. That's the one. Get him out of here. Let's use the 223. I want to see if I can get that neck shot. Show you guys how the neck shots do with the 223. That's not him. That's a 3-star. That's our 4, I think. Come on, lift your head up. Lift the head up, buddy. Zero to 100, and we should be fine. No, Gene, it will not be on PS4. Come on. This guy's taking his sweet time, man. Taking his sweet time. He's down there for a long time. He must really be thirsty. Didn't get a solid hit like I wanted. And that is the risk of trying to go for the neck shots. So, like I was saying, neck shots work, but you gotta make sure you're being accurate. And I think we were slightly to the left. Unless it completely missed. We will find out shortly, though. Yeah, we missed the spine and the jugular. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, some nice racks for sure. That was a really good group of deer. There was a 4-star and 2 3-stars in there, so we're hoping one of them will grow to be a 5-star. We're gonna spend a lot of time today trying to get that to happen. Yes, Xander, that's normal. I have slow mode because it reduces spam. Yeah, me too, Xander. I wish we could have got to take him down as a 5-star, but sadly he passed before making it to 5. Hopefully that won't happen with this big mule deer. We're gonna go check on those whitetail. Now that we have missed out on that 1-star mature that we were after. Uh-oh, the sleep thing's stuck on my screen because I fast traveled too quickly. Let's inspect something real quickly to get rid of it. There, now it's gone. How many maps is there? Currently 2. Currently 2 maps. They do plan to release 2 more within the next year, though. I do have a collar for them, but I currently don't have the stages of the collar unlocked that will attract bucks. Currently, I can only call in does with the collar, because there's 3 different stages, like 3 different call modes on the deer collar. And in order to get stage 2, I need to kill 10 bucks that I've called in, or not bucks, but 10 animals I've called in. If I want to get stage 3, I have to sell, I believe, 25 animals that I've called in. Yes, Tian, I can see them. But, you gotta remember, there's, like, hundreds of people in here right now. I'm only able to see, like, maybe a 10th of the messages that come through, because the chat moves much quicker than what it used to. There's a lot of people in here. I can't read every message. I'm actually not sure, Case. I'm actually not sure. The one thing I do know when it comes to, like, fluctuating populations is that if you shoot a ton of females, it will reduce the amount of animals on the reserve. The game is $39.99. Mule deer. Got some mule deer there. We heard a call from whitetail up here. But where? That's kind of odd because it's still their drinking time. Well, since I can't see the whitetail, we'll check out the muleys. There was a decent one in there. Thank you, Skynits. I appreciate that. Glad you like the content. Can you shoot from the ledge of the lodge? Yes, you can. If you feel comfortable with making a shot that long, then yes, you can do it. 2-star adult? That guy could be big eventually. Not super crazy yet, Jackson. We're kind of watching a 4-star mule deer and seeing if he'll grow to a 5-star. And so far, that's been the best thing we've found. We're probably going to take out one of these bucks, though. Leave that 2-star adult for sure, though. That guy's going to be big. 1-star adult as well. Yeah, Winter, that could be crazy. I've found a 2-star young buck before. And in fact, it's that 4-star mule deer that we've been after. That guy was a 2-star young at one point. Which is why we left him. Honestly, I think that 1-star adult's the one we're going to take out. That thing probably doesn't have great genetics. If he's only a 1-star as an adult, definitely not super good on the genetics. Yeah, those are all mule deer. Curious where the whitetail even are. They must be at the lower drink zones. Best first gun in Way of the Hunter? Probably the 7mm Mod 8. Which is the Steyr Pro Hunter 2. Yes, Surreal, they do. The animals actually grow, and the sizes they grow to is based off of their genetics and stuff like that. Which is really cool. Yeah, I talked to Flinter. I talk to him from time to time. Yeah, Logan, I did. The 4-star is still in the herd. Or wait, are you talking about this herd? Are you saying there was a 4-star in this one? If you're talking about this one, then no, I didn't see it. Gotta hydrate real quickly. Ooh, a lot of blood. Got a good shot on that one. Oh, yeah, we got the artery. Absolutely severed the artery. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, this one's genetics weren't insane. He never could have made 5-star. I think he might have been able to make 4-star, but he could have also died before then, even. Yeah, definitely, Tiger. I think it'll still be fun. A whitetail up there? What? What are they doing up there? Interesting. What would my pick be for the first DLC map? I'd like to see probably an African reserve as the first one, or a Texas reserve. One of the two would be really nice. Also, a British Columbia map would be great as well, because I'd like to see blacktail in the game. If they've done whitetail and mule deer this well, I could only imagine what they would do for blacktail. Bedded down up high? Yeah, but it's their drinking time, so they shouldn't be up there. They should be down here drinking by the water. You know, maybe this just means that they're not guaranteed to be drinking during that time. Oh, we will, Hunter Fisher. We've done some of that already. However, today we're focusing on the whitetail and the mule deer because we're kind of watching some specific bucks in the herds and seeing how much we can get them to grow. This stream's a bit more of like an experimenting stream. Would love to see fishing in this game. Could be interesting. There's some mule deer. Oh, they spooked. Well, those ones are gone then. Yep. Chain reaction. Hate to see it. But love to see it as well because it's cool. Are you ready for the angler to come out? Definitely, Austin. Excited for it. Hoping that the angler will be the open world fishing game that I've been waiting for. It depends on the timing of the day, Chase, but I don't think there is lights in the lodge. I think the time of day that you're playing at really influences the lighting in there. Hey, Laura, how's it going? Do you fish IRL? I do. I do. Excited and bought at the moment? Nice, Jay. Yeah, definitely BMX ride. I would be very happy with either of those. And I think they're both very likely picks for the next map. Favorite model in the game? Definitely the whitetail. The whitetail, I feel like they absolutely nailed them. Not sure, Tyler. Probably until we either grow a buck to 5-star or the ones we were watching die off. Probably until either of those happen. Alright, I think it's time. We've looked around enough. Let's see. Has that 4-star grown? The game will be out tomorrow, Caleb. I believe the release time is set to be 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, which would be 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see. Will this guy have grown? Please tell me that he has grown. And the good thing about the spot that he's in is, even if we use the 223 and don't, and he doesn't die super quickly, he's in an area where it's pretty open, so it shouldn't be too hard to just follow where he's running. Which is good. Ooh, I don't see them. They're not there. That's a problem. Oh, never mind. They just rendered in. That was weird. I didn't see them at first, and then they just rendered in randomly. All right, then. Well, they're there at least. So this is now our third check on them. When we first started started looking at them, he was a 4-star. Well, actually, no, because we checked him out a few days ago, and he was a 2-star young. And now, since we waited a long time, he's a 4-star mature. We checked him again after a little while. He was still a 4-star mature, but looked a little bigger. At least possibly a little bigger. What's he gonna be now? Will he actually be a 5-star? Or will he have died even? You never know. I still see at least 3 old bucks in there, so I think we're good. Maybe even 4. I think we'll be okay. But again, we don't know the speed at which these things progress in age. It seems like it takes anywhere from like 20 minutes to an hour, but We don't know exactly. Definitely a couple big... Oh, that guy's huge. Okay, that's gotta be him, right? Those antlers, even from here, the tiny outline looks massive. Imagine he dies as you're walking over there. That can't happen, but it would be interesting if it did. Be really cool if animals could bed down to die if you leave them after shooting them. Oh, they actually do, Xander. They do bed down. However, it's only if you get a vital hit. Like, if you get a vital hit, they'll bed down, and if you run up on them before they die, they'll actually get back up and continue running and then bed down again to die. From what I've seen, those only vital hits that will cause them to bed down and die. If you, like, shoot it in the butt and don't hit any vital organs or even, like, non-vital organs, then it'll heal up from that and continue living. Yeah, Matt, of course I will. I've said many times that I will. So, essentially the quick and easy way of putting it, Captain... Oh, that's the 3-star. Wow. That guy looked bigger for a second. That's one of our 3-stars. But essentially, like, the... Oh, we have a 1-star young. Did he die? We have a 1-star young there. Okay. Don't panic. It might have been the 3-star mature that died. Because there was 2 3-star matures and we've only seen 1. One of the bucks died. Although it could be the replacement for the 2-star mature that we killed as well. We got a lot of things to think about here. Did the 4-star die of old age, or did we finally get the, I guess, respawn of that 2-star mature that we killed? Or did one of the 3s die off? That 1-star mature is still there. But now we've got a 1-star young. But I'm pretty sure I still saw 4 old bucks, so I think it might be the respawn from that 2-star that we killed. Yeah, Alex, I will. Yeah, it's hard to say, Alexander. Like, it could be any of them. There's 2 3-stars there. I think he died. No, though. We still haven't seen what that last darker colored buck is. Oh, he's still alive. He's still alive. The 4-star mature is still alive. I don't know what we should do, guys. Should we continue waiting, or should we kill him now? He's still a 4-star mature. Next to a 3-star mature. Oh yeah, Captain, sorry, man. Yeah, essentially, like, for example, like a buck you would want to kill to improve your genetics would be like a mature buck that's a 1 or a 2-star, because that means that it's got bad genetics if it hasn't gone past that by its mature stage. And, like, an example of a good genetics buck you would 100% want to keep is, like, a 2-star young. Because if it's already a 2-star that young, then it's got insane potential for the future. It's very similar to, like, in real life. If you see a young buck that has a massive rack, you're left with the decision of, do you kill it then, or do you want to see what it'll become next year, knowing you might not see that buck again? It's kind of the same in this game. Where's our 4-star dude? Okay, you guys want me to take him? Yeah, we could do that, I guess. Oh, that's a 3-star. Wow. Big 3-star. I'm gonna trust you guys on this one. We'll take him down. Because a part of me does feel like if he hasn't grown by now that he's not going to anymore. Part of me really feels like if he hasn't already grown, then he's probably not going to get any bigger. Question is, can we get close enough to actually see him? Because that's our 3-star there. There's a 2-star mature now as well. What? Okay, there's new bucks here for sure. Oh, actually, that 1-star mature grew to a 2-star mature. That's what happened. Four stars over here. I just saw him. I just saw his info pop up when I was moving. Yeah, our 4 stars in this bush over here somewhere. I believe so, Wilger. I believe so. It would honestly be very rare, though. And then it's also not guaranteed that he'll live like his full life to reach the biggest he possibly can. Oh, that's him. That's him right there, it seems. Yeah, it's that one. I did not mean to crouch. He's going over there. We got him. Big buck down, guys. Big buck down. Let's give him a little bit of time to die, as he's probably not dead yet. He's probably bedded down to die, so we'll give him a second. He should be dead now. Let's head up and see. Did we get him? Did we get him good? It looked like we did. Looked like we did get him good. Definitely looked like it was a vital hit. See if we can just spot him real quickly. He was kind of across, I believe, or in the water. There he is. Whiskey 56, thank you so much for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. Randomly found your channel and enjoying the content. By the way, how does the genetic percentage work? Okay, so that percentage is like, I guess, how close to perfect its genetics are, and that's going to influence how large it can grow. If you have a buck that has like 10% genetics, it's probably not going to get past like a 1 or 2 star at its like oldest age. But if you have like a 99% genetics buck, it's got more potential to become a 5-star than anything else. Look at that big male. That is a giant 4-star buck right there. Let's look up a little bit. Gonna have to look up a little. Gonna have to look up to get it the way that I want it. That's pretty good. I'll kind of offset it a little bit so it looks better in a thumbnail, because we might use this for a video. Alright, let's get him. Yeah, shot was good. We ended up getting double lung. Exited the opposite side as well. That's a big boy. Now the question we've all been waiting for. What was the genetics percentage? Ah, I should have let him live. I should have let him live. 99.75% genetics. We should have let him live. Whew. I think from now on, we're going to let them live until they die or become 5-star. I had a feeling. But at the same time, I wanted to get something down for you guys since a lot of you wanted to see me shoot him. And I think the next time we find a giant like this, we're going to let him live. Because he definitely could have been a big 5-star. 99% genetics. That is insane. This guy's a giant. And he could have become even more of a giant. I know you told me, Blia, but you gotta remember there's like a bunch of other people that are saying the opposite, so if more people are saying they want to see me shoot it than keep it, then we're probably shooting it. I think that's just the mule deer models in general revive. Like, they don't have a ton of mass in this game, but obviously there's room for improvement. They can always change them later. What do I have these set to? Okay, they're straight. There we go. That is 3 different 4-star mule deer. Wow, they all look different. I just want to point that out immediately. Like, they all look different. That guy's super wide. This guy's a little more tight on the tips. Like, you can see his front tines move in a little bit more. And this guy's are even more bent. These are all 4-star mule deer, guys. All 4-star mule deer, and all of them look different. Gosh, I should have known by looking at the coloration of the antlers that this guy was going to live longer. Look at that. Much darker than these antlers over here. Well, this is the type of stuff we need, though. Like, this is the type of stuff we need to learn as we go. Because now we know. Now we know that this is stuff we need to look for in a good buck. Like, he's still got dark coloration on the antlers. Even as a 4-star. And these 4-star matures, they had less, they had worse genetics. And you can see, like, their antlers were much more faded. Because they were older, I guess. Like, they were older in age. But they were all 4-stars. Yeah, exactly, Wilger, exactly. Like, you gotta learn in order to know what to do in the future. And since nobody knows right now the full extent of the differences between the animals and the genetic system and stuff, we're kind of just learning as we go. But that's good to see. Yeah, I can show the 5-star whitetail. This is him right here. 5-star whitetail deer. And what's cool is I can go into character, taxidermy assistant, and I can find our 5-star whitetail. And we can actually look at the bullet camera again for him. For those of you that missed it. Riptide, thank you for the super chat, man. Really appreciate it. Is it bad to shoot mature 4 to 5-star animals? If it's based off actual management practices, it should still improve your overall genetics, but I can see them having it either way for the game. I think taking good genetics animals does lower the overall average genetics of the population. However, you can easily offset the killing of a good genetics animal by killing a few bad genetics animals, so I think that's kind of the balance we'll have to strive for in this game. If we kill a big buck like we just did, we'll have to go kill a few bad ones as well. But thank you for the super chat once again, Riptide. But yeah, guys, this whitetail that we had killed, this was a 94% genetics. And also, we can look at these mule deer now. This is our 99% genetics. That was a 2-star. That's a 3-star. 2-star. So there's another 4-star. This was 87% genetics. And this one was 86, and they looked a lot older by the time they made 4-star. These were the ones that we had just looked at. They had like mid-80s to high 80s on their genetics. So now we know the difference between like an 80, like mid-80s genetics buck and 99% on what they will look like as a 4-star when it comes to the wear. I can definitely see that now. Like, his antlers were definitely less faded. What about the fur? Minor differences, but not a lot. So I think with mule deer, the fading of the antlers is the big thing we'll have to look for. Yeah, revive I can. He's right over here. That's the melanistic bighorn from the video. Hey, Colson, you can get the game on Xbox Series S and Series X, and then the PlayStation 5 and PC. Gotcha, Nathan. Well, I'm assuming the whole, like, logic of it in this game is, like, if an animal's older, it's going to have had more sun exposure and more wear on the tips. Because you see, like, some of the older ones, they have more worn tines. And then, like, the rest of the antlers are more faded. And, you know, when you think about it, the older an animal is, the more they would have had chances to be exposed to the sun. So I think that's what they're going for. But anyway, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the stream there. So we did about 3 hours of hunting. I would go longer, but my throat is starting to feel a little bit scratchy from the 3 hours of streaming and also all the recording that I did last night. I appreciate you guys stopping by, though. This was a fun one. We got to watch a big buck grow. And unfortunately, we took him at the wrong time, but maybe next time we won't. I'm going to keep an eye on his herd because it's producing some big deer. But thank you all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with a initial release stream. So I hope you guys are excited for that. And until then, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!